I don't see it. There. Okay. All right, you guys. Happy Sunday. I hope everyone's all snuggled up warm in your house with this storm of the century that they've been talking about for weeks. I think when you don't have weather, it's like, oh my gosh, everyone needs to, not do anything or go anywhere. But this is actually really perfect timing because Megan's going to talk tonight about a couple things that are really exciting and they're super time sensitive. So those of you on the call right now, text your team. If you don't see them on the call, have them to hop on here and make sure that they listen to the recording because we have some exciting things coming up this week. And then, of course, with this ice storm thing, a lot of people are going to just be stuck tomorrow. And so this gives us a great opportunity to use this to our advantage. And so we will, I think Megan will probably touch on that tonight too. But I just want to introduce Megan to you guys. Those of you that are new, those of you on the call, or we're going to be listening to the recording. Megan Fisher is a rock star. She's amazing. She's a regional vice president. She's a fairly new regional vice president. And so that's always exciting. One of the things I love about Megan is that she's very young, however, she's very wise. And she's kind of an old soul. And you guys will just love hearing from her because I always learn so much when I listen to Megan. And I always take a lot of things from anything that she shares with our team. So Megan has a lot of wisdom and insight and energy. Even though she's wrangling her two little sweet boys and her husband, your sweet husband too, right, Megan? Wrangling all three of them. But Megan's going to share with you tonight, like I said, some things about this week and just some things to focus on in your business when you're kind of midway through the month as well, which we are right now. So Megan, go ahead and take it away. I cannot wait to hear you and everything you have to share.
Yeah, thanks, Erin. Well, before I get into like the meat of the topic, I always like to do a mid-month check-in, like check up from the neck up. Where's your head? What's your calendar look like? And you guys, I want to give you like some perspective here because we're getting into a new year in January. I hope I'm not the only one because if you guys are rocking and rolling, I'm going to feel like a big old loser. But January typically is just a little bit of a slower start. So if you are looking at your web stats and thinking, oh my God, my PQV says 0, that's it. I'm done. I am quitting the rest of January. I will just pick up my business in February. It'll be fine. That is the worst thing you can do for your business. I think back to December, and again, maybe I'm the only crazy one, but I seriously, I don't want to admit this, but I will because I'm always going to be open and honest with you. My December was super slow the first 27 days, to be quite honest. And the last 4 days, I think I personally did over $4,000. And the only reason I did over $4,000 is because I made the decision to do it. And that's all you have to do. If you are looking in your web stats, this is our mid-month check-in and you're thinking, or if you're excited, either one, but I always do a mid-month check-in. I look at my numbers, I look at my calendar, what is my calendar missing? Maybe it's not missing anything, maybe it's missing a lot. It doesn't matter because you can make the decision tonight to book your calendar and have a rockin' January. So some things to check in on your own personal self. What's your mind? If your mind is in the dirty swamp, talk to your upline. You can give me a call. I mean, I'll give you a good old talking too. Talk to your upline, read a good book, listen to a SoundCloud, listen to a Learn and Burn. Those always get me fired up. Donna Johnson, if you guys are on SoundCloud, she just did an amazing one on Saturday on kind of goals and setting your 2017 up. It was really, really great and energizing. So what's your goal for the month? Where are you at now currently at 9 p.m. on January 13th? Or no, it's the 15th, January 15th. And then what do you need? So if your goal is maybe 5,000 and you're at 1,000, you need 4,000 more. And that's okay, you guys, because we have 16 days left and a lot can happen in 16 days. That's almost 2.5 weeks. But a lot can happen. We have a lot of events coming up. There's a lot of things you can plug guests into. There's a lot of I still have people booking in January when I'm calling. So use this ice storm to your advantage. You guys, people are trapped in their homes. Honestly, if they have kids like I do, they're flipping out, like flipping out of their minds because their kids are driving them nuts. Like if an adult calls me tomorrow, I'm going to answer the phone because I want to talk to an adult and not my children. So pick up the phone or text. People are going to be around. They're going to answer you back because they have nothing else to do. How many people have you talked to already this month? A big goal that we're pushing towards this year. You're going to hear it a million times. You're going to hear it at JTC. You're going to hear it from Donna Johnson. You're going to hear it from Valerie Edwards next Saturday. You're going to hear it from Erin and Renee and myself and all your leaders all the way down. Is our goal. We're switching our focus to just getting in front of 40 people every month. 40, that's it. So maybe your thing is parties. Maybe your thing is one-on-ones. Maybe your thing is Facebook Lives and you're intentionally inviting people to them. You guys, honestly, I don't care what you're doing as long as you're purposely getting in front of people every month and you're telling the whole story. You're telling why you jumped into Arbonne, what our product advantage is, and what you're telling them our business advantage. That's the whole story of Arbonne. And if you're getting in front of 40 people a month, I don't care how you tell the story, to be quite honest, as long as it's in a moral, non-creepy way. You can do it in a party or in a one-on-one. So maybe you've gotten in front of 3 people. Take an open and honest look at your business. How many people have you gotten in front of January? Maybe it's 0. That's okay because there's 16 days left. So divide how many, maybe you have 30 more people you need to get in front of. Divide that by 2 people, or 16 days, that's 2 people a day roughly. You guys, you could have a party on Thursday and have 6 guests there. That takes care of 6 right there. So just look ahead to your calendar, see what gaps you need to fill in, or, if you do have a couple parties scheduled, make sure you're doing intentional hostess coaching so you are getting those 4 to 5 to 6 guests there, so it whittles away down at your 40. And then I always look within my, they used to call them web stats. I don't know what they call them now, but I'm going to use the word web stats. Like, who of my PCs need to renew this month? Instead of saving that to the very last day of the month, I'm going to text them or call them depending on my relationship with them. If they're in their 20s, they only text. I don't call them. I just text them. If it's my grandma, I'm a caller. So who needs to renew? Give them a shout out tomorrow, both consultants and PCs. Who has PC rewards to redeem? Who do you need to tie up loose ends with? So maybe last month someone was just on the fence of doing the boot camp and they didn't. Give them a call. They can join our February one. That starts the 13th. Or who was on the fence for joining the business? Give them a call. They can come Thursday. So just look at your business. That's kind of the mid-month check-in. I know that's a lot of, just busy stuff, but do it. I promise it'll serve your month well. The big topic I want to talk about tonight is events, and that kind of is encompassed in, I really think to have a successful business, you need to do 5 things. That's 5, only 5. Easy peasy. So you need to be coachable. That's number 1. If you want to write these down, you can. So first thing you need to do is be coachable. You guys, what that means is we're not your bosses, but your leader, your sponsor, your area manager, your VPs, we all have your best interest at hand. So we're not telling you to get in 40 people because we want to manage you. I don't want to manage anyone. That's why I got out of my floral design business. I want to empower people to change their lives. So we have your best interest at hand. So just know we're telling you to follow the system for a reason. Number 2, plug in, which I'm going to get to. We're going to circle back around to that. Number 3 is consistent activity. Oh, I've done it before where you work, and Renee talked about last week, you work really hard the last 2 days in the month, and you have to take the first week off. And then the second week, you're trying to book your calendar. And then the third week, you're getting into it. And then the fourth week, you're working really, really hard. And it's a vicious cycle. Just be consistent with your activity. Maybe it's 3 asks a day. Maybe it's 1 ask a day. I don't care. As long as you're asking, it doesn't matter how many you're doing. Just make it consistent with your goals. Keep it simple. That's another word we're really focusing on this year, is keep everything you do simple. What you do has to duplicate to a new person you're bringing in. And we'll have further trainings on that later this year. And then number 5, commit to mad sponsoring, like be a sponsoring machine this year, you guys. That is our goal, is to get everyone on our team to area manager or above. Like that is our focus this year. So be a sponsoring machine, because that is going to get you to the AM and VP level. So I'm going to circle back for the rest of the training for just a couple of minutes to events, and plugging into everything you possibly can, because I think that is the thing that is like one of the most crucial things in your business. I will tell you, I heard a training the other day, and it literally, like, this is a statistic. Cecilia Stoll, I can't talk. Cecilia Stoll, who is the #1 income earner in Arbonne, she has missed one Arbonne event in her whole entire career. And she's like been doing Arbonne 20 plus years. I mean, the woman probably makes $300,000 a month. I don't know. I have not confirmed that with her, but she makes a boatload of money every month. The only reason is she is the #1 income earner, you guys, is because she showed up to everything. The only event she missed was a monthly meeting, and it was because she was in the hospital having a baby. So that's a pretty good excuse to miss it, huh? So there's a couple things you can show up to. The first is team training calls. You guys, it's not because we like to shout at you every Sunday. It's because they recharge you. Like, you are going to have things in your Arbonne career drain your cup. And your Sunday night calls, we only do them not because I love being gone from my kids and husband every night at 9 o'clock. It's because we do them to fill your cup back up. So you're going to have people say no to you, and you're going to have your mother-in-law be Krabby Patty to you, and you're going to have a party cancel, and you're going to have a team member cancel, and it's going to crush your little soul. And you know what's going to fill your cup back up? A Sunday night call, because you're going to hear from people that said, yeah, like, my best friend quit my team and she has been avoiding my calls ever since. Like, you're going to hear that stuff, and you're going to feel like you're normal, because it is normal. So it's like charging your cell phone battery. Get on every Sunday night call to charge yourself up, fill your cup up. Second thing you can plug into is events. And I think the 3 most important events you can plug into are Discover Arbonne, so our monthly meetings, whether find one in your local area. So if you're living in Portland, Oregon right now, obviously you're not going to drive to Des Moines or Omaha to plug into our events. Find one. Find the closest one to you within an hour driving or 2-hour driving distance. I know for Allie to go to Des Moines, it's probably an hour and a half. It's an hour and a half for me to go to Des Moines. Omaha is an hour. I know Megan Hansen drives about an hour to get to our Omaha meeting. So it's worth it, you guys. I promise you that. It's worth the drive. Second thing you can plug into is training. So an upcoming one, if you're not registered, I highly, highly recommend it, especially if you for sure are 100% not going to GTC, is the Keys to Success training is this Saturday from 9 to 4 in Omaha. We're privileged to be hearing from a slew of VPs, like a slew. I think there's 20 of them seriously training. And what I love about that is you might not resonate with me and my story, or Erin's, or Renee's, or Laura's, or anyone on this call, but you might hear this VP training on Saturday and be like, oh my God, they have my exact same story. I could be them. It's like they're talking only to me, and we're in a room of 300 plus people. You guys, that's what you're going to get from the event. And it's awesome training. I've seen the training list. It is one of my favorite, like, top 5 training events of the year. You're going to get stuff you can take away and grow your business forward. It's just not fluff. I don't like trainings that have fluff. This is like system training. It's going to be awesome, and we're blessed to have tons of NVPs there pouring into us. And it's really, really inexpensive and really close for people in Des Moines. It's within a 2-hour drive, and it's, I think they moved the price up, but it's $35, and that includes lunch. Like, I spent more on a babysitter. So totally worth it. And then GTC, I know we hammer this into it. I'm not going to get into it, but it is one of the best things that you can do for your business. And I'm going to get into this, is like, what can you get from events? So the first thing I talked about is you can recharge. It will recharge you. I remember early in my Arbonne career, so for those of you who are new, brand new, I went to an event at Erin Grasty's house, and I went to quit. I was like 2 weeks into my business, And the only reason I didn't quit that day is because A, Renee was talking. We all know Renee and love her. She talks. And I could not get in front of her before the meeting started, so I had to stay at the dang meeting. And you know what I heard? I heard the Arbonne opportunity. And you know what happened? I fell in love with Arbonne all over again, and it recharged me and it reconnected me to why I was doing this business. So if you get nothing else from the meeting, I promise you, you will be recharged and reconnected to why you're doing this business just by going to a monthly Discover Arbonne. It is that easy. Other things you can get from the event: learn or improve your presentation. So to be quite frank, because I don't like to sugarcoat things, you would be an idiot not to go to the Discover Arbonne on Thursday in the Des Moines area or on Friday in the Omaha area. Why? Because 2 national ENVPs, so executive national vice presidents, will be presenting, you guys. And I have never, ever in 6 years been to a Discover Arbonne where I didn't learn something. Because you're going to hear something Valerie or Sherry says, and you're like, ooh, I like the way they said that. I'm going to put that into my presentation. So you're going to learn or improve your current presentation. It's totally worth it to go. Third one, I think this is one of the most important things, and this is probably my favorite thing out of Arbonne in all the years. I mean, I love the income, don't get me wrong. I love my clients. I love my team. But the friendships. So you're going to connect and find a sense of belonging at your events. And you might not get it from the first meeting. You might not get it from the second. But I promise you, if you keep coming back, you will find some of your best Arbonne, so I call them Arbonne besties in Arbonne, you guys. Like, think about it. I've been new. I'm sure some of you are new on the call tonight, and you're like, I don't freaking want to go on Thursday because I don't know a soul there. And I'm going to be super awkward. And if my sponsor brings a guest, then she's going to be talking to her guest. And who am I going to talk to? And it's going to be so awkward, and I'm just not going to go because I don't want to put myself in that place. Or even GTC. I am not going to GTC because I am going to have to stay in a hotel room with 7 other wacko fatacos, and I'm going to have to see them like in their short, I don't wear short shorts, but like for some people that's awkward. They don't want to share a bed with a stranger. I get, well, I don't mind sharing beds with strangers. Now you know me, but some people that's just uncomfortable, you guys. But if you get out of your comfort zone, I promise you, you will be rewarded. If I hadn't gone to events and had to share a bed with Becky Layhart, she would not be one of my Arbonne besties. Or if I hadn't moved to Omaha and like got uncomfortable going to the Omaha meetings and like had to uncomfortably sit with Chrissy Westfall and be like, I don't even know this chick, she wouldn't be one of my Arbonne besties. You guys, she's one of the reasons I went RVP is because she's my accountability partner. She makes no money off of me. We're not on the same team, but we became Arbonne besties and we cheer each other on. So for those of you who are new, I get it. You probably don't have that sense of belonging yet, but if you show up, I promise you will get it. And when we're done with recording, I can unrecord it. And maybe some of you can tell your when I didn't belong stories. When I started Arbonne, you guys, I was 23. I didn't have any kids. And I vividly remember going to a Discover Arbonne and all these crazy kids were running around. And I thought, what in the hell am I doing here? I don't even have kids. These people don't even understand me. Like, they're popping out babies. I mean, Erin Grassi almost had birth in her kitchen. Like, it was not me, but I stayed and I made one of my best friends. Third thing, maybe it's the fourth thing. I didn't number these. You're going to sponsor a business builder. So if you bring a guest, they like it is statistically proven they're like 90% more likely to join your business. Not because like you didn't already tell them about Arbonne and how great it is. It's because they hear the third party from someone else. They see the belief of the white Mercedes out there, that we just don't make that stuff up. They hear someone's story, someone else's story that they can connect with. And then the fifth or sixth thing, I don't know what number I'm on, you're going to get from coming to events is you're going to have fun. I have never, ever been to an event where I've sat there in the audience and be like, oh, I totally regret this. I could be home cleaning my house. Or I could be home changing dirty diapers. This totally sucks. No, every time I go, I have a blast and I get to drink and it's super, super fun. So that's what you get from events. I really want to talk about Thursday and Friday's events. So both are going to have Sherry and Val. Kind of depends where you're at. Thursday event is in Des Moines. It's all posted. It is at, I don't remember where, somewhere in Clive at 7 o'clock. The flyer is posted. Laura, if you want to type where it's at, that would be great. Omaha, I know it's at Skybox at 6 p.m. on Friday. I don't care which one you go to, but go to the event. Here's the thing with events. There's a purpose. There's a reason. You may not know it right now sitting here, listening to me spiel to you, but there's a purpose that you're supposed to be there. We just don't do these events for the heck of it. We do it to do all those things that I just listed off so you can get all those rewards from coming to an event. But I want to describe a situation to you because my goal is to pack the house on Thursday in Des Moines. Number one is we have to show people what Iowa is made of, you guys. Like, we are growing by leaps and bounds. We are going to have 2 of Iowa's first MVPs this year and MVPs to come from there. There are going to be more Mercedes on the road in Iowa than there ever has been, period. Like, our team is the only team in Iowa, you guys. We are creating that. So let's show your guests what Iowa is made of, which means you have to bring some stinking guests. Also, Sherry and Val are coming all the way. I mean, Sherry's coming from St. Louis, which is, I don't know, 6+ hours. Val is coming from Kansas City, 6+ hours, you guys. Like, put yourself in their shoes as MVPs and imagine them walking into an event and there's like, you know, the regulars, me, Erin, and Renee, because we have to be there. Laura, Brandy, you know, all the AMs are there because we kind of have to be there. And it's just us. And they're like, God, Iowa sucks. There's a reason why we don't come. Like, this place is dead. That's situation B. And then imagine, like, none of us bring guests, but Brandy finally brings, I don't mean that like you're finally bringing a guest, but she's been working on this prospect for 8 months. 8 months, inviting her again and again and again. And finally, after 8 months, the girl is like, yeah, I'll go with you. So she can walk into room A, where it's kind of dead. All the regulars are there. We're sitting there twirling our thumbs. None of us brought guests. What is that guest going to think? God, this Arbonne thing Brandy's been talking up really is ripping and roaring in Iowa. Like, she's not probably going to join Arbonne, you guys, because she's going to think it's dead and like we're a dying thing. Now, think of situation B. She brings a guest. And the room is packed. Everyone's having fun. Everyone's, well, I don't know if I can drink because I'm on the cleanse. People are drinking. People are socializing. Some people come up to Brandy's guests and say, Brandy, hi, haven't seen you since Christmas. How are you? Oh, this is your guest. Oh, hi. Who are you? Blah, blah, blah. Oh my gosh, you are so lucky to have Brandy as your sponsor if you decide to do Arbonne. Like, think of that energy. We have situation A or situation B. You guys, what are they going to want to join? Situation B, because it's lively, it's energetic. They feel like the sense of community and love in the room. That's why people join, is energy and excitement. And that's why Val and Sherry will keep coming back again and again because they feel the energy and excitement coming from Iowa. So big goal for Thursday is to pack the house. How do you get people there? Bribery. I totally believe in bribery. I bribe my kids all the time. I am not above bribing a guest to come. So how can you bribe? Tell them you'll give them a free gift. It does not have to be expensive, you guys. You could wrap up a sample of a primer and tie it in a cute little cellophane bow, and you're done. That's a cute gift. As long as the presentation rocks, you can give them a sample of whatever. It does not have to be expensive. My favorite verbiage is, I'll never ask again. That gets people there all the time because they know you're never going to ask again if they just show up. Another thing, and this worked for Erin to get Renee there, and think of what she created. She created most of us. I don't want to go alone. Love it. Has a little bit of guilt in there. You can just tell them, like, please go with me, especially if you're new. I don't know these people really well. I don't want to go alone. Or my national vice president is coming into town. I don't want to look bad. I don't want to go alone. Please come with me so I have a guest. Just ask. That's a simple tip, isn't it? Like, just ask. The worst thing they can tell you is no. Best case scenario, they come. Or maybe they say, oh, crap, I would go, but I had a guest tell me this. Crap, I would go, but my son has soccer. And I know she's a single mama already. Otherwise, I totally would have worked around that. But I just said, oh, not a problem. What if we get together beforehand? So I set up a one-on-one beforehand. So if they legitimately can't come on Thursday, you guys, that's your open invitation to set up a one-on-one with them. And then if all else fails, here's your number one focus. You will not come to the event. Well, you're all coming to the event. That's number one focus. Not an option. I'm going to be your mama right now. Not even an option for you not to come. I don't care if you had a bad day or if you have some bloating or you get home and you get into your comfy slacks and you're like, oh, I really don't want to get out of my yoga pants. I don't care. You can show up in your yoga pants if you want. You have to come. Second thing, you have to bring a guest. And I'm not going to be your mama on that, but it will serve you. So if you get to Thursday and you've tried and no one can come, if all else fails, you guys, bring someone in your family. Bring your husband. I promise you he will support your business more than he does now after hearing Val and Sherry talk, because both of their husbands were kind of in the beginning. Bring your I promise she'll be more supportive after she comes on Thursday. Bring your sister. Bring someone in your family. Don't come alone. Make that your goal for Thursday. You're coming and don't come alone. So that's kind of tonight's call. I was open and honest and probably a little bit of a hard ass. But I'm going to stop the recording. If any of you have questions, feel free to ask. And if anyone wants to tell their story of when they felt they belonged, feel free.